Hello, everybody. It's me, Mr. Santee. Rob McNelis coming at you one more time, and this time from the school district facility area. And with me, as always, is my buddy,
Big Bad John Minto. And by the way, Rob, they would call that the Board of Education.
the Board of Education. Well, we got two buildings, so you know, which one's the Board of Education? What's what? See, you don't know either, but you know who would know? I have a feeling who would know.
I think I know who would know.
We have a couple people that are with us today that might have an idea, and we have the chairman or the president. What is it? The president of the board?
I prefer to go by chairman.
Chairman of the
No,
board.
it is
The chair.
president.
It is the president of the board, Dan Bartholomew, and Dianne
El-Hajj.
El-Hajj. I always mess up your last name, Dianne.
Okay.
Longtime board members. We want to talk to you about this time about what we just did last weekend, and that was the long-range strategic plan, or strategic planning event. Now, the last time you had done this was when?
We did this about 6 years ago,
Okay.
trying to set the direction for the district, kind of figuring out what our mission was going to be and what our goals were going to be, and using the community input to help us decide that. They are our customers, and so we have a good vision about what they wanted for their schools.
Now, I was fortunate enough to be a part of this and be asked to be a part of this, so it was really kind of a cool event.
And you did a great job.
Well, thank you
Yes, you
very
did.
much. At least a little comic relief, if nothing else, right? But what was really weird for me, or neat for me, I guess, at the same time, was the way every word is broken down in every single thing you do. And I mean, every word is broken down.
Yeah.
Well, we
So-
are a school district.
You are definitely a school district, and how you utilize that for your long-range strategic planning. And it was a 3-day event. 4 hours? 4 hours on Friday night, or Thursday night. 4 hours on Friday night, and then 5 hours on Saturday, something like that.
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take. At least they gave us some, some.
So
some
what you're
refreshments.
saying
time
to us,
for
Rob,
food.
is that your school board members gave up a Friday night?
A Thursday,
Thursday
night,
night
and a
and a
Saturday
Saturday
morning and afternoon,
Well, thank you very much for working that hard for us.
along with a number of members of the school district, as far as teachers,
Right.
support staff, and members of the community. So that's one of the wonderful things I love about this city, is how everybody kind of gets together, works together to try and come together with a common goal. And that goal this weekend was the kids. So, is this something you normally do every 5 to 6 years? Was this your second event? Was it, what is?
It's planned to be refreshed every 5 years.
Okay.
And so that was our goal, was to take a look at what we had. Do we want to keep it? Do we want to change it? Is it relevant? Some things we threw
That was
out,
cute.
some things
Or
we
that was
brought
that was a big cue. There was, is it relevant still? That was probably one of the foremost themes of the weekend was, is this still relevant, and what direction are we going in? And I got to tell you, technology took over a lot of that meeting, talking about technology, defining the technology, and talking about the fact I forget that it was only 2007 that the iPhone came into existence. What did we do before that? I mean, we're filming this from an iPad. That was only in existence 2 years ago.
Exactly.
So
That's right.
technology changes quite fast, and what we define as technology now may not be what it is in the future. And how does that relate to our kids, and how we're going to bring that into the district, or do we bring it into the district? There's some really neat stuff, but I want you guys to all understand and know that the school board does these types of things just to make sure that they stay relevant and that they're doing what's right for the kids at all times. It was an amazing event.
So let's get to some meat and potatoes. Dan, what did you come up with?
What did you
Well,
get out
I
of it?
think Rob did a couple of things that were big for us when we did this 5 or 6 years ago. Technology was there, but we really are coming to a crossroads with our kids and in the community in terms of what they're going to need to succeed in the world when they leave here, when they leave high school. And technology is a rapidly changing piece of that, and a huge piece of that. And the challenge for us in the school district is more and more, how we're going to integrate all this hardware and software and stuff into the classroom, train our staff and folks on how to best apply it to the benefit of the kids, so that they can get the best use out of it. And that was a big theme this year that maybe wasn't such a huge thing last time. It was there, but it's certainly not the way it was this time. It's not just the technology piece, it really is.
No, it was a
the
lot.
world's changing,
Yeah.
professions are changing. What are the kids going to need to be successful in this community when they're in our spot? And that was one of the exercises I think that we did.
Yeah.
I think 20, 30 years down the line, what are the kids going to need in the final in-state to be successful? So this gives us a chance, like any company or any other organization. This is a chance for us to define what our longer range goals are, because we do build our action plans. The things that we do in the district are very closely tied to these.
Very cool.
Now, I could ask this.
Sure.
Now, which one have you been on the board longest?
I've been on there.
You've been on the, okay.
Not the longest, but I've been on there
I
longer.
understand. I wanted to ask that question,
Yes.
because
We won't say who's been on there longest.
Well,
At
what
least
I'm
I
thinking,
won't.
what I'm thinking is that it's been a long time. We have some really challenging economic times ahead. So since we're talking about technology, and we know technology does cost a lot more than just average books, papers, and pencils. So in your tenure, how do you see technology actually being paid for and implemented in the school district?
We talked a lot about that, didn't we?
We did, and that is one of the challenges that we face. But you know what? I think one of the things I took away from it was we looked back on what we did in 2006. And in 2006, our dream was to modernize our schools. And at that time, that was a huge challenge, and we didn't know how we would ever take care of that. And yet now, 6 years later, we have 8 or 9 of the 10 schools, excuse me, 8 of the 9 schools modernized, and we're still awaiting funds to finish the job, but we still have made a lot of progress. At that time, we never thought we would. So it's helpful to sort of look at what we accomplished and realize that that seemed formidable, but I think providing the infrastructure for technology is going to be a challenge. I'm not sure how we're going to fund it, but I know we're going to work on it.
So is
Because
it
we don't have any
exciting?
choice.
Is it really exciting to think about how technology is going to be integrated into the learning process in the future?
Absolutely.
Yeah, extremely. I think if you talk to any of the administration here at the district, they get really excited when we talk about how we're going to use technology.
Well, now, you're not just going to use technology, I'm sure, and I wasn't there, so I'm just guessing, but technology just isn't about the classroom and teaching, but how you would do things like take attendance and other things.
Oh, let me tell you, some of the things that we talked about were things like not even being in a classroom and taking a class. Like for we have remote learning.
We
So
call
we have
that
some
e-education?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, you have kids that are to an extent shut-in kids that can't physically get out of a room or a bed or something of that nature, and the ability to be able to still reach them and teach them was something that you wouldn't even thought about 5 years ago. But with today's technology, it's something you can actually put in place in the near future, and those are the types of things that they're already thinking about. So it's a really neat event.
Yeah, I got to tell you, in response to the money question, we have a lot of partnerships with people in the community,
Businesses in the community, but they're always looking for more.
And outside, we've had some of the larger tech companies, Cox, Sony, have all made contributions at one point or another. So we get a lot of help.
And once
with,
again, still need more.
technology. Yeah. And
Now, here's a question, because we certainly can't stand here and wrap up the whole
Not
weekend.
3 days and 5
So,
minutes. Yeah.
are you going to put results or any information up on your website?
Absolutely.
And where can they go to find that?
Santee School District.net.
SanteeSchoolDistrict.net.
And www.santeesd.net.
Okay, Santee
I bet if I
SD.net.
Googled Santee School District, I could find it.
Oh,
already.
you will.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
all right.
And it'll be up.
Just make sure you're not looking at Santee, South Carolina.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We-
Yeah.
Right.
Running the video, that's why I always put Santee, California for that very
Yeah,
reason. Sometimes
yeah.
it gets popped up over us. They're probably over there going, "Now we got a lot of videos in
Oh, I
Santee."
know.
Yeah, no, that's us. All right, well, guys, thank you very much for your time.
You're
We really
welcome.
appreciate it,
Pleasure.
Dan. Thank you very much
Pleasure.
for what you guys do
Thank
for our
you.
kids.
Thanks.
It is
Thank you
highly
for what
appreciated.
you do for our kids.
It's
Absolutely.
very
And the
much
community.
appreciated. You guys
Yeah.
got it. Thank you very much, and until next time, John, I think
That's
what's going on in Santee.com.